We just connected right here on Instagram, and we're waiting for Facebook to tune in. Here we go, here we go, here we go. What's going on, everybody? How you doing? It's yours truly, comedian Mike Marino, live from my mother's basement, and I really am in the basement that I grew up in Scotch Plains, New Jersey, where we are hanging out tonight to have some fun. Thank you so much, everybody, for always tuning in and catching the show. I'm having a lot of fun, and I'm going to start right off by saying today I had another great day. And how did I do it? I did not watch the news. I don't know what's going on in the world, and today I feel great. As far as I'm concerned, maybe there's a lot of wonderful stuff going on in the world out there. I know there's a lot of wonderful stuff going on in my world right here in the basement. And I'm going to make sure you guys get a big jolly laugh while you're watching the show tonight. Thank you so much, Terry. Terry Gunnell, one of my friends in Los Angeles, California. Thank you so much. I miss you guys. Man, I miss performing at the Ha Ha Comedy Club in Los Angeles when everybody gathers to have some fun and have some laughs. And of course, my friend Nick Aquino is also writing into the show. Thank you so much, Nick. I hope to see you when I come to Florida, because that's right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going back on stage on July 29 through August 1st at one of my favorite performance places. It's not a comedy club, it's a performance place. They have singers there, bands there, and comedians. The place is called Vincent's Comedy Club in Port Charlotte, Florida. It's huge. And they have the best food. And when you pull up to it on the outside, it actually looks like you're coming into an old school castle from back in the day. So, if you happen to be in Florida, near the Port Charlotte area, go to Vincent's Comedy Theater on July 29 through August 1st. And thank you so much for letting me get that right out at the top of the show. Some things seem to be opening up just a little bit. This venue is going to be outside, so there's really no worry. It's outside. If you want to come wearing a mask, you can. You're supposed to, I think, to get in. They check your temperature with the thingy. Once they find out that you're safe, you put your mask on. Come on in, laugh a little bit, have some fun, have a beautiful dinner, say hello to your friends, and then go right back to your quarantine. We can do it. Folks, my belief is whether you believe in wearing a mask, quarantining, staying 6 feet away, it doesn't really matter. Somebody else does. So just be respectful to the person that does. You do what you're supposed to do for them, and everybody will come out of this whole fucking bullshit. That's the way I see it. I have been quarantined now for a week and a half here in my house in New Jersey, and I'm having a good time. I'm down in the basement right now hanging out with you people. So with my friends chiming in and writing into the show, there's no reason why I can't get through this. And on Sunday, I'll just get right back to doing what I was doing, cutting the lawn, taking a walk down the street, going into my favorite deli in town and saying hello to everybody. Nothing like living in an Italian town when you go to the local place to have some meats cut for yourself. You know everybody's name. It's very easy to remember everybody's name. Nicky, Joey, Tony, Salvi, Vinny, Anthony, Frankie, Piece of Cake, Anne Marie, Marianne, Lisa, Michelle. Ooh. So we get to do things like that. All right, let's see who's writing into the show. Let's see who's having fun. Thank you so much, Andrea. It's nice to see you. I hope everybody's having a good day today. I didn't prepare anything today. I do have some things I have to talk about, but I didn't prepare anything because I found tons and tons of memorabilia from my family. Look at that, right? Some people were asking me, are you really an authentic Italian? Did you go on whatever the thing is that you look up what you're all about? I never went on the DNA thing. I never went on 21andMe or what are those things are, because my mother collected everything. My father collected everything. It's all over the house. So I actually know my family's history. Hi, Mike. Let me know when the next time you're going to Max's Bistro in Scotch Plains? Well, Lisa, Tuesday night I bought pizza and a meatball sub sandwich from Max's in Scotch Plains, and it was fantastic. And I let those guys be the actual sponsor for last Tuesday night show. Now, if you're in Scotch Plains, which is where I am right now, Scotch Plains, New Jersey, this is an old school, all-American town. For the most part, everybody's very, very happy. They're all nice to each other. The COVID-19 is kind of what screwed everything up. I like the bottle holders behind you. Thank you so much for saying that. I get a lot of bottles behind me. But in this small town, there's a lot of great places to eat on the main street, which is actually Park Avenue. There's the Tavern. I can't think of the other one, but there's a pizza place, two pizza places, three pizza places within one block. That's an Italian neighborhood. There's Alfonso's Pizzeria, fantastic. There's a new place, I don't know what the name of it is. And then there's Max's, and they're all fantastic. And I really highly recommend that you go there. And across from the Tavern, there's another bar. It's a pub. I think they're still doing only outside stuff, but they have a big outside place. Darby Road. That's right, Darby Road. So if you're in this town, you want to frequent some of these places. One of my favorite places to go to get some food, believe it or not, of course, there is the Florence Ravioli and places like this. But one of my places to go is the Quick Check. You go to the Quick Check, and you fill out the whole thing, which I don't like doing. I don't like touching the screen. But you get yourself a nice pork roll, egg, and cheese on a hard roll. Shut your mouth and go home. I like to walk up there. I get it, and I walk back. Thank you so much, Danny. Listen, guys, don't forget. I'll talk about it on my show. And I will come in person, and we will talk about taking down a statue which shouldn't be touched in a tiny little town like this. So for the people around the world who are watching the show, there's no need for me to talk about that. You might not even know what the hell I mean. But in a small town like this, we got to slow that shit down. So Lisa, if you're going to be going to Max's, I would love to know. And Scott's heading over to Max's right now. Heading over to Max's now. When you get to Max's, Scott, please tell everybody over there that I am talking about them right now while we are on the show. I didn't bring any food to tonight's show. I'll talk about my sponsors, but I am not eating on tonight's show. I ate the food that my sponsor gave me last Tuesday night, and I love it. I love to do that. I was actually supposed to have my friend Gary's Pastori on the show tonight, but we have to wait till Sunday because I'm still doing the right thing. I'm in quarantine, and we're going to hug and kiss each other. He would be sitting next to me, so I'm going to wait. But I'm definitely going to talk about Gary on the show tonight. I'm trying to lose the weight that I put on. As soon as I came to New Jersey, I must have put on 10 pounds in a day because the food is just so fucking good no matter where you go around here that it's so impossible not to put on weight. We are proud of our family Marino namesake and our heritage from the Marion section of Jersey City. Marion Sherrier. Well, Marion, let's start that now. A couple people were asking me, where is my family from, and am I a real, authentic Italian? Well, check this out. This is my great-grandmother's passport from Italy. Boom. There it is. On Facebook. Here it is on Instagram. Okay, now here comes the reverse. Are you watching? There she is. My great-grandmother, Lucia D'Amico. Lucia D'Amico, huh? Avangul, Lucia D'Amico. My great-grandmother was born January 24th, No, that's not right. Oh. She came, check this out. This is to certify that Lucia D'Amico was admitted to the United States January 24th, 1951. How fucked up is that? She came on Christmas Eve from Italy. Doesn't say what boat. Commissioner of Immigration and Naturalization. Immigration Act of 1924 and has been under the Alien Registration Act of 1940. So my great-grandmother was born February 17th, 1871. Isn't that fucked up? Check that out. Check that out. Barry Reeves, how you doing, man? It's nice to see you. Isn't this beautiful? Okay, so there it is. My great-grandmother. Now, this is on my mom's side. This is on my mom's side. On my father's side, I don't have my great-grandmother's passport on my mom's side, but I do on my dad's side, but I do have one from my my grandma. But I have pictures and all the furniture from my great-grandma on my dad's side. So a lot of people ask all the Italians when we were younger, what was the whole big thing about the wooden spoon? Boom, this is a wooden spoon. My grandmother's wooden spoon's upstairs, the one that my mother disciplined us with, the wooden spoon. This is a newer version of the wooden spoon. Now this is why this was so important in the Italians' lives or our lives. See how long it is? It's long, right? Now my mother had one that was short, but the longer the stick, the harder the whack, because it came in like bang, ow, fuck. And that hurt like shit. So my mother would say things like, go get the spoon, go get the spoon. She actually made you go get the weapon she was going to use to spank your dumbass. And then once you got this thing, you're like, ow, oh, 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 especially on the ass. Now I don't understand why that's not such a, why that's a bad thing these days. This is an easy thing. Discipline your children a little bit, and they'll never do anything wrong again. I remember my mother would say things like, stop crying, or I'll give you something to cry about. Ow, ow, fuck. I'm actually hurting myself to prove a point. So not only did we have the wooden spoon, but there was the roller. This actually is not an old roller. This is kind of like maybe from 1970. This, of course, was to roll out the wonderful dough, and then you cut the dough into little macaronis. You boiled your macaroni, and you had homemade pasta. Homemade pasta is so damn delicious that once you're done eating it, whether you put oil and garlic on it, which was spaghetti and oil, or whether you put on some kind of a sauce or a gravy, which is what we called it, you were sleeping for hours because it was so thick and so full of glutens that you're just like, you know what, I'm going down. And you go out, and it's the best feeling in the world. So we got that from over there. Now I have this whole big thing of all these pictures. Without even looking, I just picked up a few. That's my mom. Ain't that cool? She's about 17. That's my mom. She's about 17 years old. And that's a high school picture. And then, I don't know who that is. I don't know who this is. I don't know any of these people. There's just too many. Holy shit. I'm going to get something really cool because I know a lot of people are just listening and not watching the show. There's yours truly and his brother from when we were little kids at Christmas time. I talked about on the show the other day, we never had a master bedroom. There was no such thing as a master bedroom. 3 kids on a bunk bed. 3 kids on a bunk bed. Isn't that badass? That's Jersey City. And then we got some kids over here. But I got to find the stuff about the old people. Hey, here they come. You just gotta love pictures like this. Huh? Come on, ladies and gentlemen. How badass is that? That's Grandpa Dominic on my mother's side. How cool is that? My middle name is Dominic. Right? First generation Italian. They all came from Italy. Right? How cool is that? I'm sure they got stories. And then, I don't even know who this is, but I have a cousin. Check him out. It's like in the war. Isn't that funny as shit? Huh? Beef ravioli, Italian beef rolls. Hey, one of my favorite things to eat is definitely braciole. Braciole, for everybody out there who doesn't know exactly what it is, it's a thinly cut steak rolled up with garlic and all kinds of spices. Then you fry it. Then you put it in the sauce. You let it cook for a while. That and all kinds of meatballs and things like this taste so damn good. And the whole house smells like that the entire day. And that's what really sets my family on fire. It's the most delicious thing. I got so many pictures in here, I don't think I'm going to be able to go through that. But just to prove the point, when people were asking me, was I really an authentic Italian? I think I proved that point by finding all of this stuff that comes from my family. I even have my mother's birth certificate, letters from people who never met each other. Hey, I'm your cousin. Look at this shit. People coming over from foreign countries with all the documentation. And this is all back in the late 1800s. Dominic and Giovannina Berardo from Duronia, Campobasso, Italy, made their way to the United States. That is... Oh, and they went around the Statue of Liberty. I could read this for days and days and days. This is just like going on the internet and looking it up. But check that out. There's all the documentation that everybody came from Italy. The American Immigration Wall of Honor. The Statue of Liberty, Ellis Island Foundation, Incorporated. Isn't that cool? All right, so enough about that. I'm going to have to read all of this stuff. I like to frame it. My father even has a letter here from Lee Iacocca. People remember Lee Iacocca. But there it is, the authentic passport from my great-grandmother. Now, I remember her because she was almost like 100 years old before she passed away. And when me and my brother met her, I mean, what was I, 1, 2 years old? And they would scare the shit out of you, these older people. You know, you'd sit by their feet and they'd kick you. They'd scare the crap out of you. So if anybody remembers the old world Italian people, or maybe even the older world people from different parts of the world, and they had that attitude like, get the hell away from me, you little sons of bitches. And of course, they didn't speak English at all, and they were never going to learn it. You know, you don't learn English when you're 95 years old, I guess. I don't know. I have to do a shout out. Campobasso, my father Frank's family is from there. Oh, no kidding, yes. My mom is from a small town in Italy called Duronia, Campobasso, and her oldest brother Frank passed away, I think, at the age of 23, left 2 kids. Those 2 kids moved to Toronto, Canada, and those kids have kids, and I am still in touch with all of them because I get to frequent Canada from time to time. And that's right, those people were tough as nails. They lived to be 100 years old. Ladies and gentlemen, on July, where is the date? On Monday, July 20, I'm going to do a fundraiser to help out some unfortunate families. I've done this before, normally in person. This time I will not be able to attend the fundraiser because of social distancing. So rather than do the event in person, we're going to do it on Zoom. So if you wouldn't mind listening to this public service announcement. Hope you guys are all doing great. Help me out a little bit. On Monday, July 20th, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Central Time, my good friends at the Society for the Prevention of Teen Suicide are streaming a virtual event fundraiser highlighting the impact of their programs and showing some incredible entertainment along with a live auction. Just go to sptsusa.org or text SPTS to 52046. Also mark your calendars and save the date because I will be performing, hopefully when it comes back to reality, on October 22nd at Eagle Ridge. And that is all a fundraiser for the Society for Prevention of Teen Suicide. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, teen suicide is a really bad thing that's going on in this world. I've done a lot of fundraisers for this society to help out. It's a very difficult subject matter, and to bring in some comical entertainment on that night is kind of difficult, but when we do these shows, of course, you have to have an moment to say, oh, all right, let's relax a little bit. So, the Society for Prevention of Teen Suicide, SPTS, .org. You can look them up on the internet. If you want to make a donation, you can. You can also say that Mike Marino sent you. I'll be doing a lot of PSAs for them right up until showtime. So once again, sptsusa.org. That is sptsusa.org, or text SPTS to 52046. Help them out a little bit. If you know somebody that's having troubles with that type of a thing, you could also call 732-510-7900. Tell them that you heard me talking about it on the podcast, live from my mother's basement with me, Mike Marino. You could talk to Dawn Doherty, who's the executive director of the Society for Prevention of Teen Suicide. Horrible thing. www.sptsusa.org. I'm sorry, I am reading off the paper. You could also look them up on Facebook, facebook.com/SPTSUSA. Got that? That brings me to a subject matter about bullying. We are going to be doing a little conversation here in this town on July 21. If anybody wants to be part of it, you can come and join in. Seems there are some people who have a grievance with some statues in this town, and there's some people who believe that statue should remain. So maybe if we all get together and come up with a happy medium, we can do that. I feel the senior citizens in this town who believe that that statue should remain are actually being bullied by young adults. You're bullying young adults. Hold on a minute. Your masks are going to come in handy now for sure. Our Governor Mike DeWine just made it mandatory in the state of Ohio. Oh, for the masks. Oh, okay. Thank you so much. Robert Catalano is one of my sponsors from Regina's Pizza in Akron, Ohio. And I guess in Ohio it's mandatory that you wear a mask all the time outdoors if you're not social distancing. And Rosemary Compatelli, thank you so much for turning me on right now. I hope you and Frankie and the family are doing great out there in California. I really do miss everybody. Boy, the Feast of San Gennaro, what I wouldn't give to be part of that today. We were talking about bullying, though, and I wanted to stay on this subject matter because I feel like the senior citizens are getting bullied to take away something that they love so much from people who really don't even know what the hell it is and doesn't really matter to them. Maybe they just have nothing better to do with their time. So I will be there to stick up for, let's say, the senior citizens, and I'm proud to do that. When I was in high school, there was definitely, and junior high, there was definitely kids who got bullied. I don't know what it was, but I always felt like I could bring some joy to somebody's life, even if they were being bullied or they were the bullier or the bully itself. So I had no problem putting my arm around the person that was getting bullied and said, come on, come hang out with me. I'm a silly guy. I find jokes wherever I go. You can laugh with me. And so many of those kids that got bullied, I'm still friends with to this day. And I believe the people who were doing the bullying actually relaxed and said, Marino, you're an asshole. And they stopped the whole thing. You can actually stop a lot of stuff with love and humor. It takes a real strong will to do it. And you know what? I don't look like I'm not that dangerous anyway. So don't fuck with me. All right. Well, hey, one of my friends is writing into the show right now. Craig Vincent, a fantastic actor, created a great TV show that we did in Las Vegas a bunch of years ago called The Sit Down, which I still think has the opportunity to get to television. So why don't we do something like that and chime in and say hello to Craig Vincent, because I will be at that club in Florida, and I do look forward to seeing you. That's right, Fasani's Comedy Theater in Port Charlotte, Florida, and I'll be out there July 29 through August 1. Right now, some friends are writing into the show also that have one of the greatest talk shows on the internet, Animal House Radio, starring Carlo Blario. Carlo, I'm back in New Jersey, and after this week, I won't be quarantined, and I would love to come on your show, whether we do it via Zoom or I come to you, a nice Italian guys, we hug and kiss each other and have a lot of fun. So let's definitely make that happen. And Holly, I want to say hello to you. I can't say your last name, but thank you so much for your wonderful letters. And yes, definitely, you can inbox me here. Inbox, I said inbox. How old school am I? You could definitely instant message me. And if you and your friends want to come to Vasani's Comedy Club in Port Charlotte, I'm coming back to Florida, and we're going to have a lot of fun. It's a beautiful place. It's twice the size of Off the Hook Comedy Club, and I believe the show is going to be outside in a big, big tent, so it's safe. Everybody going to social distance. You can wear your mask. You should wear your mask, and let's enjoy ourselves. It's in a big, big castle. I get there on a Wednesday night, July 29, and I do about 6 shows all the way up until Monday. And I'm actually going to drive out to Florida from New Jersey so I don't get stuck on a plane or bring any germs in either state. So I'm going to keep to myself. So Holly, thank you so much. It would be great to see you. Bring your family, bring your friends. And if you're going to be going to the beach, I'll go to the beach with everybody as well. I'd love to do that. So thank you, Carlo Valerio, for having a great show. I love watching your show. I love being on your show. And you know who you should have on your show? He's watching us right now, Carlo Valerio from Animal House Radio. Gary Pastore, who's usually on the show with me. He was supposed to come down tonight to the basement, be on the show with me, hang out, have a little food. But I still have a few more days in quarantine. I'm doing the right thing. My father came to see me today, and I couldn't put my arms around my dad. I haven't seen my dad since January. He came by with a mask. I had my mask. He was 6 feet away. We talked through the mask. He went back to his place. I went back to my place. Everybody's happy. Everybody's healthy. We're going to get through this. But Gary Pastore was supposed to come down on the show tonight. We decided we're going to do the right thing. So let's talk about the career of this actor, Gary Pastore. He's all over Facebook. They put him in Facebook quarantine for a day or two because he might have said something off color. You know, who knows who gets offended these days. You got to watch what you say. But Gary Pastore has been in so many different movies. I wish I had his career. And we finally worked together on a TV show called Silent Partners. Silent Partners is about a mob family that really existed back in the 70s and the 80s, taking place in Miami, Florida. We went down there to shoot the show. I play an underboss named Leo. Gary plays the lead character. He's absolutely the best. And you're going to enjoy this show, Silent Partners, as soon as it hits the airwaves. I know a lot of people want to see that. There's a show out there, a podcast called Beyond the Brand. Beyond the Brand podcast featured me for one episode, a couple other fantastic actors for a few episodes, and the most recent episode that's out there right now, it's all over the internet, is Gary Pastore. He's on Beyond the Brand with the host, Evan Pobuda. Go figure. Nice bunch of Italian guys doing the right thing by helping each other in the industry, the acting world, the showbiz world, which has completely come to a motherfucking halt, as you all could imagine. So look it up and definitely watch it. I'm going to repost it on my Facebook. I'm going to repost it on my personal page. Folks, you can always go to MikeMarino.net. On MikeMarino.net, you could subscribe to my newsletter that comes out every Wednesday. You can go to my YouTube channel, which is Mike Marino Live on YouTube, and watch many different skits, many different jokes, many different stand-up shows, and of course, the replay and the re-airing of Live from My Mother's Basement. So check out what's going on with Gary Pastore. And not only is he going to be in these projects, and you can listen and watch these projects, but I have a bunch of shows that I'm going to be doing, and I like when I have Gary on the show too. So, July 29 through August 1, Vasani's Comedy Club. There's Gary right there. You can click on his BuzzFeed and check out more about what's going on with Gary Pastore. Gary, if you want, you could do that also on my fan page here on Facebook. Let everybody see what you're doing, going and growing and getting in the game. And then Sunday night or Monday, or at least starting next week, Gary will stay right over here and we'll act like a bunch of knuckleheads and we'll have some fun, smoke a little weed, have some drinks. I actually was going to do a shot of tequila on the show tonight because Gary and his wife are going to come visit me a little later. We're going to calm down. We're going to social distance. Don't get your underwear in a twist. Holy shit. I'm not that big of a drinker. August 8th, folks, I'm going to be doing a show in the parking lot in Monroe Township. August 9th, I'll be at the Surflight Theater in Long Beach Island, New Jersey. And if everything goes right, September 8th, I'll be at the Count Basie. I'll be at the Count Basie Theater in Red Bank, New Jersey. Sharing is caring, all right? Here's a topic that I wanted to talk about while we're still on the air. How many people out there, and you could ask me this question or answer this question while you're watching what's going on right now, believe some people make way too much money? When you see a football player get a contract for $50 million, $90 million, $10 million, millions of dollars, a basketball player, a baseball player, then of course they complain about something stupid. How many people think that's way too much money? Why would anybody make that kind of money? What are you going to do with it? How about an entertainer? How about a rock and roll star? How about a rapper? How about a person who just makes so much money? A politician. A politician. Could you imagine? I saw this on the news. I don't bring up politics. I keep my politics to myself because I would really like to be president myself. And I know I would run the country with kindness and caring. And I would tell people flat out, look, you can't fucking do that, stupid. You can't do that. You're causing harm to someone. You can't cause harm to someone. But some people get paid too much money. I was watching this thing about Nancy Pelosi, and she was showing all the food that she has during lockdown. There are people who wait in line for hours to get a box of food that won't last them more than 3 days. And this woman's talking about the ice cream that she has in a refrigerator so she doesn't have to go shopping. Well, kiss my fucking ass. We got people living under a bridge in a cardboard box, and you're talking about the millions of dollars that you have. Man, I would have so much fun if I was a billionaire just walking around the streets with thousands of dollars in my hand, just giving it to people, going, hey, how you doing, man? I don't know if you watch me on TV, but here's $1,000. Here's $1,000. Here's $5,000. Just give these people the fucking money. Don't make them go on the internet to get it. Don't make them wait in line to get a box of fucking food. Hand it to them. Hand it to them. It would go in lightning speed. I would do it. I would have so much fun. I should be running for president. Well, Craig, watch my web series, Make America Italian Again. Even if I wasn't completely serious about what I think I should do, watch the series. It will make you laugh. We did a lot of these episodes in 2016. We're going to do some more, hopefully by September, October. If you can't laugh at this, you have no sense of humor, and you might as well just read the phone book. If anybody can even find the phone book these days, find the phone book. Uh-oh. Listen to this. Mikey, it's G.I. Joe from Belmar. We're starting a Facebook group for the residents of Belmar to unite citizens against Borough Hall, and 10 weeks into, we're making a difference in the community with over 800 members. We're even recovered a Lake Como. All right, well, I have to read that later. But G.I. Joe, you should just give me a call. I'd be happy to lend my so-called celebrity to help out my brothers down on the Jersey Shore. I was hoping to go this weekend. I was hoping to go last weekend, but I couldn't make it because I'm in quarantine. But you bet your ass next week, if the sun comes out, I'm grabbing my 10-footer and I'm going surfing, because young man over here, Mike Marino, not only do I have a character named Mooney Marino, but it's basically a version of my real personality. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to stop. I just got so many people. Yeah, what pisses me off, some rich people say you should stay in your house while this is going on. but they have the fucking movie theater, a basketball court, a swimming court. That's right. Make America Italian again. Thank you so much for saying that, Long Island. One of the greatest things that makes me feel so good is having friends and fans from around the world that enjoy the few moments that I could bring some laughter into your life. And I told you, the reason why I'm so happy tonight is because I did not look at the news. I don't want to know what's going on. I just want to be happy. I'm quarantined. I'm having myself a bowl of ice cream tonight. I'm going to watch the Andy Griffith Show. I'm going to make myself laugh. I'm doing my podcast to make you people laugh. And I'm letting you people know I'm coming back to Florida. And then I'm going to be doing some shows here in New Jersey outdoors. I'll do a show in a parking lot. I won't even hear people laugh. I'll hear them beep the horn in the car to let me know that they like what they're doing. And that is fantastic. Holly, don't forget, get in touch with me. Instant message me and let me know if you want to come down to the show the night before, Saturday night, Friday night, when you're going, where you're going. We could all hang out and have some fun. I want to thank everybody for watching the show tonight. I got to do a couple more shout-outs, though. Thank you so much, Regina's Pizza in Akron, Ohio, for being the title sponsor for the Mike Marino Show for this week, last week, and the week before. Ladies and gentlemen, Regina's Pizza is located at 2160 East Avenue, just across from the Acme in Akron, Ohio. They've been around since 1970. Look them up on the internet, reginaspizza.com. We're going to be doing a lot more stuff with reginaspizza.com. And also, as you know, a lot of entertainers are out of work. It's very hard to earn a living. Getting unemployment is very, very difficult when you got to convince these people, look, I crack jokes for a living. Can you send me a check, please? So I just been selling my swag on the internet. So we came up with all different kinds of swag. And, of course, I will not leave out the Make America Italian Again mask. Make America Italian Again face mask. They go on just like this. It looks really, really great. All you have to go to is MikeMarino.net. MikeMarino.net. Subscribe to the show. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Get yourself a nice face covering. They come with all kinds of great stuff. They come with matching panties that say "Get the Bat." They come in blue and white with it. Also, the logos in the front that says "Make America Italian Again." The reverse like this, "Make America Italian Again," like that. They come with the shirts. If you buy a Mike Marino shirt that says "Make America Italian Again" on the back, if you want, I'll customize it for you. And I'll cut the sleeves off like a nice Jersey boy so you can look like a badass. And they also come in hoodies and sweatpants. The hoodie looks like this. Bada boom, and bada bing, bada bing. So don't forget, you can pick up some swag. I also have an album out, live from the Borgata. If anybody wants to pick it up, they're only $10 on the internet. Help out a comedian. I'm also on Patreon. You can help me out over there. Italian Lives Matter. Avangul. My life matters. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I want to move to Pizza Paradise. That's hilarious. Thank you so much for saying that. I really appreciate everybody. Hey, look at this one mask that was sent to me by a friend. She has a great company. They make jackets. They make all kinds of really cool stuff with leather and denim. It's called Skirtsophrenic. How badass is that mask, huh? Is that sick? Cool, huh? So go to MikeMarino.net, and I'll tell you what. If anybody watches this show, instant messages me and tells me that you learned about this show tonight, all you have to do is go to my website, MikeMarino.net, make a purchase of over $100, and I'll send you a free mask. You got my word on that. You could also watch my show again and again and again here on Facebook, here on Instagram, and also on ddvradio.com. Every Thursday night at 8 o'clock, you can listen to my voice. You could also watch me on my podcast. You can listen to me on my podcast, iTunes, Google, Spotify, Anchor, and all your favorite podcast apps. You can do it. Listen up. It's called Mike Marino Live from My Mother's Basement. And I'm also on ItalianAmericanRadio.com. On my YouTube channel, there are many, many episodes of Live from My Mother's Basement, and also my brand new Fake News Family, where I play all the characters, and I know a lot of people are enjoying my Uncle Tommy, my cousin Mooney, my cousin Michelle, and of course, yours truly. I had a lot of fun tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed watching the show and you're having a good time. Remember, let's make America Italian again. You don't know nothing, you don't see nothing, you don't say nothing. And how do I end every single one of my broadcasts? By always saying the same thing. Don't take no shit from nobody. Good night. Hey folks, I hope you're enjoying watching my podcast Live from My Mother's Basement. We're having a lot of fun, and I'm going to have a lot of great guests on the show in the future. So if you like it, hit like. You could also leave a comment. You could subscribe to my YouTube channel and watch other funny videos. And you could also listen to my podcast on your favorite podcast app like Spotify and iTunes.